Most men believe respect is won through confrontation. They think power means raising your voice, proving a point, forcing someone to understand your value. But the truth is, people rarely regret disrespecting emotional men. They regret disrespecting disciplined men. The man who argues, explains, chases, or reacts emotionally reveals something dangerous without realizing it. He is dependent on the other person's validation. And once someone senses that dependency, respect quietly disappears. Real authority has always been quieter than people think. It's not found in dominance displays. It's found in emotional control. Because the person who can remain composed while others become emotional immediately shifts the psychological balance of every interaction. Most people spend their lives trying to control situations. Powerful people control themselves. What many men misunderstand about attraction and respect is that both are deeply tied to consequences. Human behavior changes when actions stop producing emotional reactions. A woman who disrespects a man expecting anger, pleading, or insecurity becomes unsettled when she encounters calm distance instead. Not because silence is manipulation, but because composure communicates self-worth more loudly than words ever can. At work, in relationships, even in friendships, people instinctively test emotional boundaries. They observe what disturbs you, what controls your mood, and how easily your focus can be shaken. The man who collapses emotionally under disrespect teaches others they can control him. The man who remains grounded teaches the opposite without saying much at all. That's why disciplined routines matter more than most people realize. One habit that genuinely helps develop that internal steadiness is reading material that trains perspective daily instead of emotionally reacting in the moment. A good example is The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. It's simple, practical, and centered around emotional restraint, clarity, and self-command under pressure. A few pages a day can gradually shift how you respond to disrespect, rejection, and emotional tension. Link in the description if you want to check it out. As an Amazon associate, the channel may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. And this matters because confidence is rarely built in dramatic moments. It's built quietly through repeated habits that strengthen your mind long before pressure arrives. One of the silent moves that changes everything is refusing to defend yourself excessively. Weak men over-explain because they fear misunderstanding. Strong men understand that people committed to disrespecting you are rarely searching for truth anyway. In relationships, this often appears after arguments. One person keeps pushing emotionally while the other tries desperately to prove innocence or worthiness. But excessive defense slowly destroys authority. Calm clarity is enough. Say what needs to be said once, then detach from the need to convince. Another move is improving privately instead of announcing growth publicly. Nothing unsettles disrespect more than witnessing someone become calmer, sharper, healthier, and more focused without needing recognition. When a man disappears into discipline instead of revenge, people notice. Not immediately, but eventually. The gym, business goals, grooming, finances, posture, communication, these quiet improvements create a form of presence that doesn't require intimidation. Respect naturally follows visible self-respect. And perhaps the most powerful move is emotional unavailability toward chaos. Some people thrive on reaction. They feel powerful when they can disturb your peace. The moment you stop rewarding dysfunction with attention, arguments, or emotional energy, the dynamic changes. Silence becomes heavier than retaliation. Distance becomes more powerful than revenge. Not because you are punishing someone, but because you finally understand your energy has value. At the end of the day, self-mastery is what creates real confidence. Not control over others. Not manipulation. Just the ability to remain clear-minded under pressure while protecting your standards without emotional collapse. That's the kind of presence people remember long after conversations end. If you value serious psychology, discipline, and self-mastery content, subscribe to Stoic Minds, share this video, and check the link in the description for recommended resources that strengthen confidence, composure, and personal authority.